Howdy folks, welcome back. Oh, one sec. Okay, now we can start. That's flavored water, by the way. I'm 19. YouTube, not an alcoholic. It's Crystal Light, actually. Not sponsored, but totally willing to be. Fishing ain't exactly a cheap hobby. Anywho, we're out here on the Severn River trying to catch chain pickerel, a species that I'm gonna be the first one to tell you I haven't done a whole lot of purposeful fishing for, but I have caught one. And I've done a bit of research, so we're gonna take that knowledge and try and land us a few today. Got a few spots in mind and a few baits we can try. Let's get to it. Right now I'm running a little 3-inch swim bait on a 1/4 ounce jig head. I believe this is 15-pound fluoro, hooked up to a 30-pound braid. It's either 30 or 20. I can't remember. The memory of a freaking goldfish. Which apparently goldfish are actually capable of remembering stuff, so that doesn't really excuse me from anything. Oh well, I tried. Crazy thing is about fishing out here is like where I'm able to go is mostly like rock bank. Like not where you would think chain pickerel would be hanging out, right? But just down conveniently, like I'm not kidding, a stone's throw away from where I'm allowed to be is like prime time. I gotta get away from all these leaves. Like prime time chain pickerel stuff. I'm talking like cattails on the banks, tree limbs hanging in the water. It looks like back home, if I'm gonna be honest. And so it's kind of just like, really? It's like nature's just trolling me, like, haha, you can't fish here. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So I gotta make do with what I got. I shouldn't say I have no audience, but I have 2 subscribers, so. Although, if I'm gonna be honest, for a channel that started like a month and a half ago, that's 2 more than I thought I was gonna have, so. For the 2 of you that decided to click that red button, thank you. It means a lot. Like halfway through finals. Are any of you guys in school? Are you guys in final exams right now? I'm actually curious to know, like, because I don't know about y'all, but for me, when it comes time to take finals, I don't know, I get this feeling, and there's a bit of relief, but there's also a bit of dread that comes with that, because I'm like, I'm thankful that the class is over, because usually that means I get to go home for a month. But also, it's like, you develop a certain relationship with each one of your classes. Some are good, some feels more like Stockholm Syndrome. But they each become a part of your day. And when you hand in that test, like, it's over. You're never gonna have that part of your day again, and there's gonna be this hole, and it's gonna be empty for a little while, but then next semester you get a whole new list of classes, and you get to develop those relationships all over again. Am I the only one that... I'm not sure if that was a rock or a fish. I felt a bump. I'm leaning more towards a rock. Ooh, there's a bit of You know what? Maybe it was a fish. Unless my lure just got messed up on the cast. Which is also highly possible. That's the thing, man. You know, certain classes you really love. Others you're glad you never have to take again. Swim class being one of the latter. Seriously, when I wrap up second class swim, that is going to be like the happiest day of my life. And I know what you're thinking. Well, why would you join the Navy if you don't like swimming? Listen, it's not that I don't like swimming, okay? I actually kind of like to swim. But when you have to do it, it's like, nah, I'm okay. Not to mention the fact that you're doing it for a grade and then you're just pressured to perform well, and it's a big mess. I like to swim like for fun. Also, yeah, I get it. I'm in the Navy, but we're on ships. We're in subs. We're on planes. If we're swimming, that means something has gone terribly wrong. I'm not sure how many of you guys watching this have like family that served. If they did, first of all, thank them for their service for me. Okay, do me a solid. But also, I want to know what branch, and I want to know, I always think it's interesting finding out what drove others, you know? Like when things just really sucked. There's a lacrosse ball that's stuck at the bottom of the river. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's there. Like, whoa. Is that a fish? There's no way. Oh, there's another one. There's all kinds of these things, man. I want to take a bit of a walk. I don't know. If anything looks like particularly juicy, I'll stop and make a few casts. But until then, I'll see you after the jump cut. So I've had this interesting observation. There's like a mat or like patches of, I guess what you'd call like snot grass, about 12 to 15 feet off the edge of these rocks right here. And it's pretty thick. So as somebody who's looking for chain pickerel, like an ambush predator, something that would sit in and around stuff like that, part of me wonders if I should just like stay here, but it's also like really, really shallow. This water's got like a foot and a half of visibility, and I can see where the water is that deep straight to the bottom. That's actually funny story. That's actually how I found my first bait caster that one time. I was striper fishing, as one does, and I was using my bait caster, just throwing something very similar to this, actually, because I didn't know how big these fish got. I thought the little dinkers that I was catching was about as good as it was going to get. So I was throwing little 3 and 4 inch swim baits on a little 1/4 ounce jig head. And I caught this baby striper, and when I went to release it, I was holding my rod between my knees like an idiot. Set your rod on the ground, people. You have less of a chance of doing what I did. I went to release the fish, and it flopped out of my hand. So I went to catch it, and in doing so, I let go of my rod, and my rod fell right in the river. I ran straight back to my room, grabbed my spare spinning rod, tied on the crankbait with the biggest treble hooks I could find on it, came back and just tried dragging the bottom, hoping I could snag that thing. And I never did. But winter came, the water levels dropped and it cleared up, and I was looking down and I saw it. It was just sitting there in the water, and I was like, oh my God. So I tied on a treble hook and I snagged it and hauled it up the bank. The reel that I had on it, it was a good reel. It was a Team KVD Quantum reel. The reel, after being in this like briny, brackish water for that long, was shot. There was no hope of saving that reel. So I got a new reel. But at least I got my rod back. Okay. All right. Oh, we're gonna catch them now. Every one of them. Mine. I remember just like a few months ago, like back September, August, you'd come fishing back in here and just see all these little blue crabs. They would come up into the shallows and just be chilling in the rocks. I'm casting out far for 2 reasons. One, I don't know where these chain pickerel are holding depth-wise. And 2, hoping before it sinks down too far and gets in here close, I might still stand a shot at snagging a late season striper. Because stripers are fun. So are chain pickerel. But, you know, I've caught, well, I was gonna say I've caught exponentially more striper, but I've only caught one chain pickerel. And doesn't matter how many powers you raise one to, it's still gonna be just one. So, breaking down logical fallacies, it's what we do out here. This is why it's important to bring a friend. See, now I have you guys, so it's like I can still talk even when I'm by myself, because I'm never really alone. I have you, my audience, my loyal viewers, for whom I am eternally grateful. And I do mean that sincerely, guys. Like, I'm not trying to sound condescending. Like, for real and true, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Get off that leaf. Watch some snot rocket just inhale it. I've heard chain pickerel affectionately referred to as snot rockets because they can be a bit slimy. Okay, now this would lead me to believe that it was in a fish's mouth and I just didn't feel it, because usually that's the only way my swim baits ever get bunched up like that. And it was weird because I thought I felt resistance as I was reeling it in, but I wasn't sure. I thought I was just hung up on a leaf. We could have had a fish, boys. And girls. Boom! I wish. If I get hit when I'm not expecting it, you guys are about to see me lose my mind. Normally I'm pretty mellow, especially when I'm out here. But if I all of a sudden just get destroyed, I am going to lose my mind. You might see me attempt a backflip. You never know. But if I did attempt a backflip, you might also see me in the hospital, because I am uncoordinated as. Seriously, it's not even funny how uncoordinated I am. It has been a while since we have set the hook on a fish. But you know what? That's okay. Because I'll touch on this a little bit later too. But channel's going to be taking a bit of a transition over the next month. We're going to be less of a fishing channel and Line's going off to the side. You know what? Okay, no. I can see my lure. And it was just caught on. See, this stuff. This is like what chain pickerel like to hide in. I think, or so I've been told. I don't know. So I'm just gonna keep on fishing here and hope that I'm in the right spot. This is actually right around where I caught the only chain pickerel I've ever caught. This is right around where I caught it, so I have faith. We can do it. Just gotta stick with it. Come on. All I'm asking for is one. Just one. That's all I need. Look at that. Oh damn, I cast that thing like right on top of that weed patch. Dude. Sunset is so pretty. And I mean, it's like glass calm out here. All right, let's move down to the edge of the bridge. Well, hello there. As you may or may not be able to tell, some time has passed. The chain pickerel hunt was a bust. So we're out here at night. We're catfishing. The line is already out. All that's left to do now is sit and wait. I'll let you guys know if we get something. Okay guys, so it's been about 20 minutes since putting this bait out. Go ahead and check, see if we've still got it. Doesn't feel like anything's on there. Still got bait. Cool. So we're just gonna fishing game. Oh, that's going in. Just so y'all are clear on exactly what just happened. I was right there, and periodically along this whole freaking stretch, we have these giant holes because the river right there erodes underneath this road. This is all fill dirt that's under here. So every once in a while, the road falls in, and you got to be careful not to fall and break your ankles. And I felt like I was about to die because my foot went right there. Okay, so story time. Gotta level with you. I'm fishing in a river, and there's a shit ton of current. So I cast straight out, right? And this current is just taking my rig and moving it all the way down. I don't have a heavy enough lead to fish this current. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up and go that way. Get in some skinnier water. I saw a dead catfish back in the creek, so hopefully there's still some live ones back there and the current's not as strong. I like it. Let's go. Also, yeah, I brought chicken as bait, but the pepperoni, shit's for me. You don't waste pepperoni as fish bait. Only sadists do that. Alright guys, so we've made it to a different spot. And we're actually right by a bridge. I'm sure you can hear the cars rolling by. We're gonna put this bait out. There's a little bit of a slack spot behind me. Before it gets into the main current, we're just gonna drop the bait in the slack spot and hopefully we'll hook up. You guys, it's Santa! Where they at? Where's the sleigh? The sleigh is right in front of that van. Santa! I want a PB channel cat for Christmas. Can I have one? So cool. First I saw like all the fire trucks and I was like, what the heck's going on? I thought there'd be houses burning down, but no, Santa Claus came to the Naval Academy, y'all.